Editing can turn an average video into a great and enjoyable piece of content, which is going to lead to getting more subscribers, more views, more watch time, getting monetized faster, and reaching your YouTube goals. And the type of video editor that you choose is going to determine your video editing potential. If you choose a video editor that can only do this much, then no matter how many hours you put into editing your content, you cannot do more than this, because this is a video editor, this is the potential of the video editor. And same way, if you choose a video editor that is too complicated to learn, then you are going to struggle with every video without actually reaching the video editor's potential. And that is why you need to choose the right video editing software for your content in order to edit great content that is going to be enjoyable to your viewers and help you reach your YouTube goals faster. I made the mistake of choosing the wrong video editor when I started editing my videos few years ago, and I started editing my videos with a shortcut video editor. And that video editor shortcut is the most average video editor I know. And for that reason, I struggle. I try to learn new things. I try how to be creative with my editing, and I never really went anywhere with that video editor until I realized that video editor, that is just its potential. I cannot do much with it, and I switch. And when I decided to switch, I thought, okay, the most professional video editor that everyone is talking about is Adobe Premiere Pro. So even though it requires a subscription, I managed to get a subscription of Adobe Premiere Pro, and I started learning it. And I started learning it even though it is a little more complicated, not a little, it is actually more complicated than Shortcut Video Editor, but it has a whole lot of features that I know if I learn how to use those features, my videos are going to be great. But there is one problem. I couldn't keep the subscription of Adobe Premiere Pro. I just couldn't keep that subscription at that time. It was too expensive for me. And so I had to switch to a different video editing software. And I switched to DaVinci Resolve, which is a mistake. DaVinci Resolve is a great video editor. But one thing I figured out is it is the most complicated video editor I have personally ever tried. When I started learning it, I couldn't really figure out how it works and everything. So I bought a course on Udemy. I bought a DaVinci Resolve course on Udemy, and I started learning. I went through the course, finished the course, and I still couldn't edit my videos good enough with DaVinci Resolve. And to add to that, the computer that I had at the time was really slowing down when I was using DaVinci Resolve on it. So it required too much resources. My computer is struggling to run it, and it is way too complicated for me at the time to learn. So after I spent few months trying to figure it out, I accept the fact that I am just not capable of learning DaVinci Resolve at the time. And so I decided to switch to CapCut. That is around the time that I started hearing about CapCut. So I switched to CapCut. When I switched to CapCut, all of the features I need are in the free version. So I just signed up for free and I started learning CapCut. I bought another course on Udemy, which wasn't really necessary because CapCut is, I believe, the most easiest, accessible, and more capable video editor that I personally tried. I tried Shortcut, Adobe Premiere Pro, and DaVinci Resolve. Shortcut is just way too average. Adobe Premiere Pro is too expensive. DaVinci Resolve is too complicated. CapCut is what hit the balance for me. It is not too expensive. When I started, I was using the free version. It is not too hard to learn. Even without a course, with just tutorials on YouTube, enough for me to learn good enough and start editing my videos. And so I started learning CapCut, started putting all my videos, going through all the process of learning. And to this day, I am using CapCut to edit my videos. Even though they keep taking away some of the free features, I am using the pro version of CapCut. But even the pro version of CapCut, the price is way too cheap compared to Adobe Premiere Pro, and it is easier to learn than Adobe Premiere Pro. So in all of these ways, CapCut is better for me. Even though I figured something out in their privacy policy, they have some shady things in there. If you are worried about privacy, then CapCut might not be the best option for you. But in terms of ease of use, affordability, CapCut is the best for me. So if you are looking for a video editor yourself, ask yourself, do you have video editing experience? If you have video editing experience, then you most likely already know the video editor you like. But if you don't have video editing experience, starting with a software like DaVinci Resolve is going to be way too complicated. It is going to take you a lot of time before you learn. And if you want to put out videos every week, then you just don't have the time to put into learning DaVinci Resolve, probably. And if you want to try Adobe Premiere Pro, if you have the money to pay for their subscription, then it might even be the best option for you. But if you don't have the money to really subscribe for Adobe Premiere Pro and you don't have experience with video editing, then CapCut might be the best option for you. And if you want to learn more about all my video editing tutorials, how I edit all my videos, including color correction, adding text, and anything I add in my videos, you can watch this next video. If you find this video helpful, please give it a like and don't forget to subscribe. I will see you in the next one.